In today's video, I'm going to talk about the differences between a laser cutter and a CNC machine, specifically the Glowforge and the X-Carve. I've had the X-Carve since December of 2017, and just purchased the Glowforge in August of 2018. If you could only purchase one, which should it be? Well, I'm afraid that all depends on what you want to do. First, take the X-Carve. It's simply a router with a bit that can move along all three axes, X, Y, and Z, meaning it can move left, right, forward, backward, up, and down. If you use only their web-based software for controlling the X-Carve, it's pretty much a 2.5D device, as it can give you differing heights but not continuous curves or angles. However, if you create your project in Adobe's Fusion 360 software, for example, the X-Carve can perform real 3D work like spheres and slopes. I would say the X-Carve is primarily a woodworking tool. Yes, it can do other materials such as softer metals, acrylics, and plastics, but I think it better to say it's a woodworking tool with some bonus capabilities. It's all about expectations. If you are interested in seeing what it can do with metal, just search here on YouTube and you'll find many examples. Perhaps one day I will even do a metal-related project with it myself. The X-Carve comes in three sizes: 500mm, 750mm, and 1000mm. You have to assemble the X-Carve yourself, but it's not that difficult. I posted a video about my experience assembling the X-Carve previously. The price for the X-Carve varies based on the size you pick and how many options you want. Some items such as the Z-Probe are optional but are handy. Depending on your choice in size and options, the cost of the X-Carve can range from about $900 to over $1,700. Next is the Glowforge. As I said in my Introducing the Glowforge video, they build the machine as a laser printer and not a laser cutter. It's marketing, but it highlights how easy the machine is to use, very much like printing a project out with a traditional laser printer. Unlike the X-Carve, the printer head of the Glowforge only moves along the X and Y axes. However, it controls how far down into the material it penetrates by controlling the laser's power level. This allows the Glowforge to not only cut through materials, but to also score and engrave them. This makes the Glowforge by default another 2.5D device. Two things to note here. 1. By changing the Glowforge settings manually, you could probably get differing engraving depths, but you'd have to fiddle with it. 2. The Glowforge does have a 3D engrave option, but requires a special type of image called a height map. I've not tried that yet, and in all fairness, I've not mastered Fusion 360 yet in order to do true 3D work on the X-Carve. The Glowforge is capable of cutting and engraving materials from wood to cardboard, fabrics, and even foods. Additionally, the machine can engrave materials like glass, ceramic tile, stone, and more. The Glowforge comes in three models: the Glowforge Basic, the Plus, and the Pro. The Plus and Pro models feature a more powerful laser and faster cutting speed, while the Pro includes an improved cooling system and material pass-through slot for longer workpieces. At the time of this video, the Glowforge Basic costs $24.95, the Plus $39.95, and the Pro $59.95. If you would like more information, check out my Glowforge and introduction video, where I dive deeper into the machine. So, which should you buy? Well, I was tempted to say buy both if you can, but I think there's a clearer choice depending on what type of projects you want to do. If you are a woodworker who wants to expand your capabilities, then buy the X-Carve. It will absolutely up your game and unlock a whole new world of options and designs for your projects. However, if you prefer to dabble in a variety of materials, then the Glowforge is probably what you should buy. That comes down to a variety of materials supported by the Glowforge. You can work with not just thin wood, but also leather, fabrics, papers, certain types of foams, etc. If you're a cosplayer or foam smith, then the Glowforge is going to supercharge your ability to cut out foam designs for your projects. One note: if you're wanting to mill any sort of metal, then you need the X-Carve. A laser cutter isn't really going to do anything beyond discolor the metal, and honestly you probably want a plasma cutter or industrial CNC machine that's designed to mill metals. Perhaps your local makerspace will have options for you. Speaking of makerspaces, many larger communities have organizations or clubs that have not only laser cutters and CNC machines, but also 3D printers and other tools. You can also find woodworking clubs or training programs that include a woodworking space you can access. The fees are generally very reasonable, and you'll gain access to a community of people who share your hobby. Additionally, I seem to recall seeing a website where you could find local people willing to share their equipment with others. Sadly, I couldn't find the website URL to include in this video, but try conducting an internet search yourself and perhaps you will have better luck. If you know of any such websites, let me know in the comments below. I also included a link in the description to the Makerspace directory. Well, hopefully you found this video useful if you're trying to decide which machine to purchase for your own shop. If you do make a purchase, please leave a comment below saying what you bought and what you plan to do with it. Finally, If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends, and if you've not already, then please subscribe and click the notification bell to hear about new videos when they are released. Thanks for watching.